right, Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching this word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to tie this lesson. We know what to pray for. You know, it's really based off the this year, the Apostle Hall coined it as the year of destruction, of deliverance, destruction, and judgment on evil. That is the will of the Lord, and that's why that's in our prayers. You know, concerning the Lord to deliver us, have mercy upon us, as well as to bring forth destruction and overthrow the wicked. You know? So, matter of fact, let's start off with this in the book of Ecclesiastes, Sirach, chapter 18. Sirach, chapter 18, in verse 23, it reads, "Before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord." So we come to Yahweh Shema Shai. Of course, you have to gather your thoughts, be precise with our requests, you know. And it said, "Be not as one that tempteth the Lord," because ultimately the Lord, He hears the elect, and the elect only wants the desires of the Lord to happen, man. The elect is the one that would pray that the will of the Lord happens, that these prophecies unfold. You know, so that consists of us being kept, the Lord keeping us from the feminine. You know, these prayers should not consist of, you know, the things that will keep you here. Here in America, Babylon the Great, whether you want prosperity, you want to get another business, you want to buy a new house, because you looking to the future of this place. That's not going to do. It talks about, matter of fact, let's get some real quick. The book of, I think it's Psalms 33. Psalms chapter 33. And verse 10, it said, "The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect." And of course it starts, you know, in a bigger sense concerning this devil in his new world order. Esau and his new world order. That thought process, those plans and schemes that's leading up to this system being implemented on the earth, is going to come to naught. But it even trickles down to these people, because whether they know it or not, they already have the mindset of the new world order by the things that they desire, the things that they accept, the things that they reject. They already incorporated with it, you know. So their plans, their desires, the things that they want to see, their aspirations and goals, is going to come to a naught as well. Why? Because Esau is going to come to naught. You know? So we ain't going to pray for some vain. After you just heard the iceberg hit the Titanic, you got the report it's sinking now. You going back to the bar for another drink. You trying to experience the ship in its fullness, you know, after you just got the report that it's sinking, man. It's going to be in that prayer is going to be in vain. So let's go back to Sirach, Ecclesiastes, chapter 18, in verse 23. It reads, "Before thou prayest, prepare thyself, And be not as one that tempted the Lord. See, so our prayers really consist of the prophecies, man. You know, it's not contrary to the will of the Lord. Now, you might pray for the Lord to help you out with certain situations, of course. We in the flesh, you know. The Lord, He's going to maintain us. But overall, you desiring the destruction of America, Babylon the Great. You desiring that the Lord can go ahead and uproot this system and overthrow Esau. And in that also the Lord, for the Lord to keep us in the midst of this destruction, man. Why it says, verse 24, it says, think upon the wrath that shall be at the end. See, the Lord has given us a hint on really what to pray for. The wrath that shall be at the end, Jacob's trouble. A time like no other, man. Where all hell breaks loose. We need that to come. Just like how Noah needed the flood, Lot needed that brimstone to fire come from the heavens. So it says, think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face. See? And that show you, that's that mercy. That's what we should pray for, mercy, man. Because it said he turned away his face. That's like the king is rejecting you, man. That favor is being shown out by the Lord by holding us, which is giving us this understanding. Matter of fact, let's show prove that the Lord showing his face is mercy. The book of Sirach 36 and 1. Sirach 36 and 1, it reads, behold, it's like it says, have mercy upon us, O Lord, power of all, and behold us. So that's going into the Lord shining his face upon us, not turning away his face. You know, that's like a sign of the king rejecting your request. You know, and our request is the Lord to have mercy upon us, the Lord to deliver us from this troublesome time that we're entering, that we already in, is only going to get more intense. So that wrath that's at the end is concerning now. The climax, you know, the violent overthrow of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And in that, all the other nations are going to fall with that, man. That's our desire. That's our hope. What's that? Isaiah 51. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 14. It reads, the captive exile hasteneth that he may be loose. See? So like you. It said the captive exile hasteneth that he may be loose. So we're earnestly desiring for us to be released, man. We earnestly desire to be released from this captivity, because this is the place of our bondage. That's why this is also known as the Egypt. You know, because this is our place of our bondage, and to show you the balance of the Lord. You know, Egypt was that first captivity, and we're going to be delivered. The last captivity is Egypt, that spiritual Egypt, man. You know, but that's our desires, is to be loosened. It says, and that he should not die in the pit. So that's concerning you retiring in America, man. Ultimately, you dying here. We're not making our bed here. Scripture said this is not our rest. So that means we're hoping in that this place be destroyed. Not that we die here or get a good footing here in this place. No, our desire is for this place to be destroyed. That's the only way we're going to be loosed. It says, nor that his bread should fail, and that's concerning our faith. The promises the Lord have given us, we seeing it now is unfolding. And that's why it talks about how the Lord, he give bread to the eater as these things grow upon the earth. See, we need the famine to come. We need the money to crash, the grocery stores to be empty. We need the people to be losing it, man. Because that's all part of the process of us being loose, and this place have to be broken down. You know, it have to be destroyed. We actually in the midst of the destruction of America now. It's being broken down. You know, the very things that uphold this place, from the so-called moral standard to the economic structure, on whatever level, the Lord is taking it down. It's being deconstructed. You know, it is only that destruction is going to only get more intense. So that's what we anticipating that, you know, our time of captivity is almost up, man. That's I think when you read that in Isaiah the 40th chapter, that the captivity has ended, man. This is all part of the prayer. This is what Lord have given us really a rundown on what to pray for, man. You know, for these things to unfold, these prophecies to happen, and to be kept from it. Going back to what Apostle Harcoin this year, the year of deliverance, destruction, and judgment on Edom. You want to summarize everything? That's what it's about, man. You know. So matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Habakkuk chapter 3. Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 2, it reads, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. See? And that should be the proper reaction. When you hear it, you should fear. You know, but it's for those who have ears to hear, to receive that sound and to react the proper way. You know, and that's it talks about you foresee the evil and hide yourself. We hide ourselves in the Lord, man. It says, O Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. So what's that? That's concerning these prophecies being revived. That's why America come under these different titles, such as Babylon and Egypt, and Sodom, Nineveh, because those very works are being reincarnated from the acts. You know, certain customs being upheld, as well as that judgment. The Lord gonna revive those same judgments as well, man. It said, in the midst of the years, make known, and wrath, remember mercy. See? So that's, as you can see, this is a prayer, man. He praying for the Lord to bring forth his works, but in that, remember mercy, man. To the elect, that's who the ones that's going to receive that peace and mercy. Galatians 6 and 16, those that walk according to a certain standard. You know? So matter of fact, I'm end off on this in the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 29. Jeremiah 29 and 11. It reads, it says, for I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace and not of evil. See, so that show you that this is concerning the elect. And those thoughts of peace is written throughout the scriptures. When the scriptures talk about being satisfied in the famine, that's a thought of peace. You know, to be delivered from the sword, that's a thought of peace and not of evil. Because guess what? It's a scripture that says somebody gonna suffer from the sword. Somebody gonna suffer from the teeth of wild beasts. That's a thought of evil, but it's a thought of peace by certain scriptures mentioning being kept from these things, man. You know, and that's what we hope to be a part of. It says to give you an expected end. See, the Lord, that's why going back, that hopeful year. This is what we hope in. That the Lord bring, you know, when he bring forth that evil, that peace come upon us. And that expected end is we can actually read the scriptures about a famine and somebody being kept from it, and it's actually examples of certain men going through certain scenarios within the scriptures, and we can read the latter end. They was kept, man. Why? Because they trusted in Yahweh Shema Shai. So that's the expected end. We can go into the generations of old and see whoever called upon the Lord and was pretty much, trusting in the Lord and was rejected, man. So, but that's going back to our prayers. The Lord has given us on what to pray for. We know what to pray for through the Spirit, So yeah, I just hope this will edify. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teach His word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.